The next station is
Innovation. Innovation.
Innovation Station today, and we talk about gift cards today, Peter.
Yeah, how do you feel about a gift card? Or maybe when I was young, it was gift vouchers. They weren't cards. They were little bits of paper.
Aren't those different, though? A gift voucher would be like a 10,000 won coffee voucher, wouldn't it? Whereas a gift card just says, Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays.
Yeah, but technically, I guess it's the same thing at a store. You've got a certain amount to spend, right? And usually the gift cards do tell you how much they are these days. Otherwise, it can be a bit embarrassing. Like you go in, you don't know how much is on there, and you're like, oh, I've got to pay an extra $10 or whatever.
So, yeah, you're right. They often do. When you get a gift card from one particular shop, it'll often say on it like 50,000 won or 25,000 won, right?
Yeah.
Which is, I think you kind of have to, because it avoids a very awkward, I guess you don't have to have the conversation.
No, you could just gamble, go in and ask the employees before you buy something.
Yeah,
you could do that.
Exactly, yeah. Or just buy something small with your first purchase, and then you'll see how much is remaining, right?
Yeah, but there's interesting looks at this because it's increasing all the time. And the gift card culture is bigger than now, I guess, gift vouchers. You're carrying them around like a credit card. And you see them here in Korea in like the pyeongjums in the convenience stores. There's loads of them. And to be honest with my young kids, especially my son in 3rd grade, that's what he wants.
He wants gift cards.
The Oogle Play Store one, right? So you can buy then any items in any games on that platform. You can buy the games themselves as well.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and my niece, I remember she's much older, like 10 years older than my son. When she was his age as well, that's what she asked for. And we bought her like 30,000 won. It was her best present that year.
Really?
Despite the fact her parents put loads of thought into actual physical items.
Yeah.
But that's what the kids want because they're on their phones all the time.
Yeah.
Kind of makes sense.
And they know better than anyone which games they want to play or which in-app purchases they want to make or something like that.
I don't think grandparents are going to be good at choosing that, are they? You have some Sudoku apps for your Christmas present. They're not going to like it. And it's kind of been a bit of a perfect storm for gift cards because I don't think so much in Korea. There have been a few instances of supply chain issues, I think at the fast food restaurant with like the French fries running out and things like that. But in general, it hasn't been the main news, at least that I've seen, for general like items, especially like toys and things like this. But in the States and in Europe, because of COVID, they are always talking about supply chain issues and things taking much longer to reach you, etc., etc.
What's the connection between that and gift cards?
Well, people who are choosing certain gifts, putting a lot of thought into things, they'll go online now, and often is the case, it's not going to be there by Christmas. Okay, it's taking much longer, or it just says unavailable. The amount of those pop-ups, there are apparently agencies that monitor this. It's increased threefold since pre-COVID times, having that pop up. And you've put a lot of thought into that one gift, right? It says unavailable. You're not going to put in the same amount of effort to find a second gift, is what the experts say. So people turn to the gift cards, right? For a certain platform, it could be online, could be a certain offline store as well. But it's just kind of an easy, no-brainer second choice.
So it's not that people are getting lazier with their gift ideas, because that can... I mean, it depends on the culture, perhaps, but at least in Canada, if someone were to give you cash, or nobody gives cash for Christmas in Canada, or a gift card, it might come across as I couldn't be bothered.
Sure,
but this isn't a reflection of that. This is people are putting in the effort online. It's just that a lot of shops are out of stock with their items.
Yeah.
So people say, I'll just get a gift card and then maybe you can... Here's what I was going to buy you.
Right.
And you can check when it's available next.
It would be nice and sincere if there was that explanation accompanying it. But I think oftentimes there isn't. And I think there is a big shift since we were young as well. Like, there are more people who will just go out and they know their kid or their nephew wants a gift card, right?
Yeah, but I mean, for me, if you give me a gift card... First of all, don't misunderstand. Any gift is a very kind gesture. But if you give me a gift card, then don't I feel like... It's like you saying to me, Pete, Well, you go get it. I could have gone myself, but nah, you go. I'm busy.
Yeah, and that's how I felt when I was young. Well, maybe not actually, because I remember one voucher I did love was the HMV vouchers, because I could buy any music.
The music shop, yeah.
Any CDs or DVDs. I loved getting those.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, as I mentioned my son earlier, no, that's not how kids think, I don't think. Kids think the opposite. They're like, you're giving me the freedom to choose what I really want instead of nagging me and saying, get this, that, or the other.
What if your husband gave you a gift voucher to the jewelry shop where you are going to get your bracelets from?
I would love that. I would love that. Honestly, that's what I was gonna say. If you know someone who has a favorite store or a favorite brand, and you say, look, I'll give you a certain amount, go get what you want, then I think it would be a good gift. But if it's just like a random, like, I don't know, a convenience
Depot
store,
or
something like that, then it would be like, well, you didn't put any thought into it.
Yeah.
I would say that.
I think it kind of lets you off the hook a bit, because all you have to do is know the store or the brand that
Right.
someone likes, right? And then it does show that you're being, a bit thoughtful, but it
Right.
also gives them the freedom to really choose what they want. Because how many times, even if you're married to someone, do you get it exactly right? Out of all those items in there, right? You choose the one that they
Right.
would have chosen. And so it's really interesting in the States. Apparently, on average, they're saying shoppers are planning to buy 15 gift cards as presents to those around them.
Oh, so
15.
Per one person? So
Yeah.
one
Like-
person buys 15?
So that's their entire Christmas shopping for the year.
Yeah, on
Oh, wow.
average, right? And then the other side of this, which is great marketing for the brands, like we mentioned, maybe it won't have the price written on it. And even if it does, they say that 60% of consumers who then take their gift cards to go and spend money in those stores will spend more than the amount. Right? They won't just
That's
stop
true.
exactly
Right.
on the
Yeah,
buck.
Right.
and that's why businesses are
Yeah.
happy with the sale of gift
Yeah.
cards.
Yeah, and the interesting thing about this, though, is that some brands were saying people better not forget to use them, because when they're sold, especially at convenience stores or online, you're not buying or paying the brand themselves or that store.
Yeah.
There are companies that run these gift cards, right? The whole system. So they get your money up front. And until it's banked, they make their money by the interest they gain on your cash.
Okay.
And so they said there's a real problem, like in places like the States, there's $15 billion worth of gift cards that have been forgotten about, that have been unspent.
Yep.
And the brand
Oh,
never makes
wow.
money from that.
I think the reason for that, part of the reason for that might be if you were to give someone a gift card and the gift card was valued at like $5, it's not a massive incentive for a person to go use that, right? So
Right.
what I mean is if you give me a voucher for $5 from XYZ convenience store, but there's no XYZ convenience store in my neighborhood or around my work, I'm not going to go seek out that convenience store
Yeah.
just to spend the $5. I think that's probably part of the reason, is that maybe there's not enough incentive for people to redeem these.
Yeah, if they're of a lower value, you're totally right.
Lower value, or maybe even geographically inconvenient for them
That's true.
to get to the shop.
Yeah, and they say that this trend is just going to continue to increase. They've seen 200% rise in the sale of gift cards from 2019. This is over in the States. Here in Korea as well, I think it's even maybe one step further technologically. It's not an actual physical gift card. It will be like an e-gift on your phone. And the great thing about those is that you just type in your address for some of them and the goods just get sent to you.
Increasing trend. Doesn't matter what people are doing it for, laziness or thoughtfulness. It is a reflection, isn't it?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thanks for that, Pete. We need to move on now to